Okay, stream is back. Get back to work. I think yesterday I said I was going to do some more level design. I ended up not doing that. So let's try to do that this time. One thing that I kind of thought about that I think would probably be a good idea is to not build this in Blender, but to build it in the engine itself. So like have so I can't really build these meshes in Godot without some weird issues with like warping because of the stretching UVs. But what I can do is I can import these as individual parts and then position them manually in the Godot editor, and then use that as like the yeah I could basically do like the design for like the puzzles in the engine instead of having to re-import it all the time. Probably do the same thing with these fences too. By the way, these fences are basically just really stretched cubes. But you won't notice that unless I point it out. I mean, you probably won't. Hope you don't. So yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of. I'm probably gonna delete this stuff. Well, maybe not delete them. I'll separate them into little pieces that can be moved around. Oh, I've been watching some Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizers done by ZFG. Pretty interesting to watch. Basically, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but all the items are shuffled around. I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty fun to watch. I tried one once. It was pretty fun, but I never finished it. It's one of those things where it's more fun to watch than to actually. It's fun. It's fun to play. It's fun to play, but personally, I prefer just watching. It's interesting seeing his expertise on the game because it's not all he does. He was like a major speedrunner in the Ocarina of Time speedrunning scene, but he's kind of quit with that because it's not fun anymore for him. Yeah, one of the Ocarina of Time is one of those games that have been where the speedrunning scene has been completely ruined because of some well, there's a glitch called the wrong warp that basically teleports you from the Deku Tree boss room all the way to the Ganondorf final boss. And you beat the game. It involves a lot of luck, apparently, from what I've heard. The strategy that involves the wrong warp involves a lot of luck. I've never done it before, but it seems like a nightmare. What the heck? That's not what I wanted. I don't want it to be projected like that. Hmm. I don't really like the way I don't really like the way this looks over here. I like what I did over here. Maybe I'll try and replicate that. One of the interesting things about the randomizer that he uses is that it doesn't just randomize the items; it also randomizes the music. He even imports like these MIDI tracks from other games, and it's weird because it's like he's playing The Legend of Zelda, and suddenly some music from Metroid Prime comes on. And chat's just bopping to it, spamming emotes. I love it when that. I love watching streams that have like that kind of chat. Some people think it's toxic. Maybe it is. I don't really care. I like it. It's fun. What's going on here? Something funky is happening. Oh, it's the wrong texture. It's using the fence texture for some reason. That should do it. seam, dark seam, clear seam. There we go. I much prefer the way that this looks. Oh, and to make it even better, let's move this into a place where the boards kind of line up. The let's move these vertices in the UV mesh, or the UV map, to the vertical lines. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Hope you don't mind if I eat a little bit hungry right now. Actually, what I could probably do is I could probably delete these two, and then just make multiple copies of this one, then like shift it up and then like position it at different heights, like on the ground, and just phase the bottom through the ground. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Excuse me. Oh, actually, for this one, I think having the varying height is probably better because I have this one for like the same height to same height position. So having this one kind of go up and down, a little bit more interesting, I think. Oh, nice. Some viewers have arrived. How's it going? Forgive me if my Blender skills are a little lacking. Don't know all the keyboard shortcuts. Basically stumbling through this kind of half blind. So in case you missed when I mentioned this earlier, the idea I originally had this as like a sort of, well, I mean it still is, but it's like a jumping puzzle thing in the game. But I had restricted I had inadvertently made this restriction where the entire thing was like one mesh, which meant that if I wanted to edit the puzzle in the engine, I can't. I can only move the whole thing at once. So I'm splitting it up into multiple meshes so I can move the pieces around individually, make adjustments as I see fit. I think that makes sense. Right. I think it's a good idea personally. Anything that makes it easier to make this is something that makes the game get done faster, I guess. That is always a good thing, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna move these. Actually, I'll probably just leave them. I'll just leave them where they're at. I think this looks fine. Sorry, I'm coughing because I accidentally inhaled like a little speck of a chip from something that because I was eating chips before. Yeah, it kind of went down the. Yeah, I think it touched my my trachea or something. Okay, so I got the separate pieces. Oh no, I don't have the... These are still kind of there. Alright, alright. Let's fix that. Look at the wrong option. Okay, I think all these little bits are in separate pieces now. I think I can get rid of this one because it's basically just this one, but this one goes deeper into the ground. And, well, I could basically just do this. Oh, one more thing I should probably do. Set origin. Set origin. Nope. Set origin to geometry. Yeah, there we go. Set origin, geometry. Set origin, geometry. Oh, actually, this one might be a bit of a special case. Because I don't think the origin for this one should be right in the middle, so it'll make it hard to position it in like a way that lines up with these edges. I want to be able to move these pieces onto like positions that can be represented by like a whole number on the x, y, z coordinates, but that requires me to, if I want this to be compatible with that, well, it's kind of an odd shape, so I have to make sure that this side and this side line up with these edges when it is placed on a integer by integer by integer coordinate. That's my thought process behind this. So I got to find a way to position the cursor in the right spot. And I'm getting the coordinates mixed up. Quaternions are confusing. I don't understand them. Uh-oh, I think the actual position of this might be off the grid. That's going to complicate things. Oh no. So where's the actual position? It's not even on the grid. Oh, this thing. Yeah, it's not even on the grid either. Well, let's move it onto the grid. I think even doing like 0.5s are probably good. It's not an integer, but like half of exactly half of one. In the world? What is going on here? Oh, incarnation. Yeah, it's a good starting point. Is this local or global? Huh. I kind of need this to be global right now. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Switch to the actual modeling tab. Hmm. Sorry if this is a little bit boring to watch. I'm doing very boring things right now. Probably something I could technically do off stream. But I guess you could think of this as kind of like a documentation, a video documentation thing. Just gotta get it to line up to the grid. It's my number one objective right now. I'm noticing that this bridge seems to be longer than the other one. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, one is definitely longer than the other. Okay. It'd be easy to fix. Just need to shift it over. Like that. Extend this by 4 in this direction. This one to 4 in that direction. And I think this should be aligned with the grid. Looks like it. Yeah. Excuse me. I gotta do the same thing with these fences. Leisure fences. Agenda. Save it and export it. GLTF. Delete this and import the new version of it. And there's some old stuff over here still. Hometown. Here it is. There's our... Ooh, that's a little weird looking. But I'm not going to use that, so it doesn't matter. There's our level split up into different parts that I can reuse. Oh. Oh, interesting. So in Blender, I put all those little parts into like this little, this whatever this thing is, this collection box thing. Oh, I didn't name them. I didn't name them properly. But yeah, that did not translate over to this. They're just kind of here, just floating there. As a bit annoying, and they just got these generic obstacle course numbers names. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. All this block. Also an arch. Actually, I shouldn't call it an arch because that would imply that it's round. It's not round. What would you call this shape? Because arch implies that it goes round. It's not round, it's square. I'll just call it square archway. Even though that doesn't make any sense. It's an oxymoron. It's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't technically make sense, but you hear it and you still understand what it is. Raised platform. Fence short. Fence long. Bridge even. And bridge ascend. I think those are decent names. Okay, let's export it again. Copy and dang. There we go. Okay, now I can actually build the level. I won't have to worry about constantly opening and closing Blender all the time. Let's just save it and close out of Blender. Oh, and now my brain is on Blender control. And I just tried to rotate the scene with the middle mouse button. It didn't work. Yeah, I hate it when when you're using multiple 3D programs and like you mix the control schemes up. Yeah, it just happened to me. Gotta put colliders on all these. Luckily, Godot has this very quick and easy way of doing that. You click on the mesh, you go here, try mesh static body, done. Yep, got colliders on all of them now. Oops, selected the grass by mistake. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Oh yeah, and I gotta get this platform thing over too. And I might as well. Yeah. Should I include this as part of the obstacle course? I don't know. But oh yeah, one thing I was wanting to do is move this radio tower over here and then have that kind of be the objective of the obstacle course, or put it on on a separate raised platform where you can jump to, climb on a ladder, and climb up. I think that's a pretty good idea. Get the player nice and high up. Introduce some extra verticality. Why is this water so opaque? You should be able to see the bottom. Here we go. That is much better. Oh, sometime I should remember to replace this wire texture, because right now I'm just using a noise texture, I think. It's not over there, it's over here. Yeah, here it is. I'm just using a generic noise texture and it looks it doesn't really look like water. I think it's convincing right now, but I could easily make it look better if I use like an actual wire texture. Same with the waterfall. It just looks bad right now. And I'm gonna end the stream in about 13 minutes. All right, just checking my phone there. Getting notifications. I don't want to turn them off right now because I'm actually waiting for something kind of important. Move this down a little bit. My reasoning for moving it down is to force the player to, well, not really force the player to, but like make it so that the game, except when the player goes from here to here and then back and then up to here, it does it activates one of the climbing animations to indicate that is possible in the game. I think the player will appreciate that. It's basically notifying the player, hey, you can climb ledges. think I might as well introduce like a secondary spot, like here, and then maybe here. Oh, oh man, you can't assign multiple nodes to a group at the same time. It's lame. It is very cumbersome. The purpose of these groups is to make sure that the right footstep sound effect plays when the player walks on it. Because I do have that in the game. We walk on different surfaces, and the player will like the footsteps. The player will make sounds when he walks on it, and which sound plays depends on what surface the player is on. Oh, wrong thing. Should be the static body, not the collision shape. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's test it out. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I think it's because I forgot something. Keeps trying to save the GLB, but you can't save GLB files in Godot. It doesn't let you. At least not in 3.5, which is what I'm using. Okay, so this should be also on this one. Ooh, looks a little bit funny there, but it worked. Hey, it works. Yeah, I think that plays pretty good. The thing I'll do is I'll raise this up a little bit, move it a little bit further away, test it out. I'll put like a I could put something on there. Like treasure, money. Oh, this thing doesn't have any collision. Forgot to put it on. And it's easy to forget those things. Even higher. No, that's too high. I think that's too high. But you know what? I'm going to test it out just for fun. Yeah, there's so many things that I gotta do still. I gotta implement fall damage. Yeah, fall damage isn't in the game yet. Yeah, just watch. It's not gonna be... Player's not gonna be able to make the jump. Yeah. It's too high. I think this should be a good height. Yep, there we go. Oh, that looks a little bit funny. Should probably play an airborne animation, not like a standing animation. Oh. Oh my goodness. I don't think I should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into getting rid of that. Because I was expecting the player to walk underneath that, but he didn't. Just gonna test something out real quick. I just thought of it. Okay. It works. Oh, and now the cutscene activated. Hey, I can move during the cutscene. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Okay. Alright. Just need to figure out some of the other stuff between that. So the idea is that I think in here there is a shop. I'm gonna make it so that in here you can buy the that plank shield that you got. And then as for the little knife, I think I'm going to put it like somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, here's an idea. I could put like an NPC down here who's like carrying something heavy and he wants to get up here. But there's an obstacle in the way. It's not there yet, but I'll add one. And this NPC oh crap. No, that doesn't. I thought I had something there, but the idea is that I'm trying to make like a quest that eventually results in the player getting the knife, which he can use to go through here. Because this guy doesn't want you to leave without a weapon, but this guy wants you to help his village out. Yeah, that's kind of how I want this intro area to play out. There's an area down here where I can put something. It's an area over here. Classic secret behind the waterfall. you often see in video games. And I'm thinking, this guy will give you something in exchange for retrieving a tool that he dropped into the water. You have to swim to get it. Yeah, I'm out of time right now. I don't have I'm not able to work on anymore. But yeah, that's my idea for this area. I think I talked about it in previous streams, but you know, I don't assume, I never assumed that that people who watch this have watched the previous streams, so I'm basically reiterating that. And I'm probably gonna keep reiterating that until it's all done. Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Have a good night.